Good morning. Running out in Econ Forest again. Just hit the Flagler Trail. Nice little intersection here. We're about to head down this way. This is where that bridge was underwater previously. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way down there. I think I took a slightly different route this time to avoid parts of the river because I believe they'll still be elevated. We've had a lot of rain lately. Just taking a little breather break. It's just getting bright enough to film some. Lots of runnable bits, and it is nice and cool. Started about 60 degrees. It is warming up a little bit now that the sun's up, and just a perfect day for a run. So I'm gonna head down this way and catch up with you guys when it's a little bit brighter. So diverted quickly off the Flagler Trail. Just on some single track through the woods. Been a lot of slick mud in this section. Every time I want to get going, come across some slick mud, but it's a gorgeous day. See what the ground is like. Some of those sandy patches or muddy patches. Be kind of careful. But if you haven't come out to Econ for a hike or like this, so some of them are across the whole trail. If you're not careful, you can slip. But yeah, if you haven't come out to Econ for a hike or trail run, you really should. About an hour from Disney side of Orlando. Really a treasure. Lots of runnable bits. Beautiful greenery. And every time I've been out here, there hasn't been too many people, but I usually don't come out on weekends, which I hear are slightly busier. I haven't seen a single person yet, but I imagine I'll see one or two on the way back as I pass by the main trailhead back to the trailhead I actually parked at. This is all new to me. I haven't taken this bit of trail. So learning from last time, I rerouted. I'll save that and see how it looks in the spring when the water goes down. I really want to get back and see some of those bits of the river without being underwater. Didn't want to go through the water today. It's 60 degrees, which means the water is quite a bit cooler. Yeah, see, some of the trails like this, you want to be very careful. If you hit this running, it could be a bad day. I imagine all of this was underwater not too long ago. So maybe I just got lucky. Whew. Some kind of animal. This might be my last will and testament. Oh. feral hog. Yeah, some feral hogs. Woo! Just be loud. They'll generally scurry away. Woo! Always fun. Never know what you're gonna get. I always try to make a good amount of noise when I'm traveling through the forest. If I hear crackling leaves or anything like that, I'll make some claps, just kind of make my presence known. Generally, it's good practice. All right, see if we can't run a little bit. Some birds. Nope, maybe squirrels jumping in the trees. That's 6 miles, which means we're halfway there. All right, let's go see where this trail takes us. All right, we are here. We came from there, and so now we got to go back, take a slightly different route. You can see last time I kind of took this route down here, and that's where I ran into a lot of the flooding. So this time I kind of follow this white trail. So we are gonna head back, but it looks like they got a pavilion over here. It says the forest headquarters, I guess, is that building up there. Interesting. So we're gonna head back. So if you don't have GPS and you're following the colored trails, you'll follow these blazes. So if you see a sign like this, that means that the trail is going off to the right. If you follow it up, it goes to the right, and then you would look for your next blaze like that, and then you see one further down the way. You'll notice here that there's kind of two trails here. So the hiking running path technically is this way, but you can run this way too. That's meant for horses, and they typically run parallel to the actual trail. Sometimes I just will follow that for a bit if I'm getting tired of looking for routes. And I just kind of pay attention, kind of make sure it's going the way I want it to go. But you see here, we are on the actual trail on the white blazes for now. So I have GPS loaded on my watch because there's lots of connecting trails and stuff, so I might not stay on the white trail. I'm not sure which one I followed. When I drew the map, I just kind of knew the areas I wanted to stay away from for the water. You can see a bit of the creek there. All right, so we're about halfway through. Head back towards the car. I got some new trail that I'm taking a little bit, so it won't be all duplicate trail. But a lot of the early trail will feel new because it was so dark when I originally ran it with just my headlamp. So kind of nice part about getting out early when you're doing it out and back is a lot of stuff in the dark doesn't feel the same because you didn't see it before. All right, so let's get some running miles in. Looks like I'm following a service road a little bit. It's always kind of nice. A little change of pace. My feet are getting soaked just from the dew on the grass. It's quite cold. But other than that, it's been gorgeous. Just a couple of little streams to jump across so far. Haven't had to get my feet submerged in anything. But there's still time. East South Sea. This is so pretty. Nice little change of pace from the woods running. Alright. Let's go. Knees giving me a bit of trouble. I think these shoes are done. It's like my road shoes. I've got 2 new pairs of road shoes coming and a new pair of these trail shoes. Definitely think it's time. These trail shoes I think I've had since like March. Got me through the 50 miler. At the 45 miler, I think I wore these. So, definitely got me through some stuff. I think they're telling me it's time. So, might be a bit more walking than I want to do, but we're a little over 10 miles. GPS says we have about 2.5 miles back to the trailhead. I skipped a little bit up to the main trailhead. I skipped that bit just because it's like a quarter of a mile, maybe a half mile. Just skip it. I think I had added some along the route anyway. So. Feel like going over 13, especially if I have to walk as much as I'm going to have to get this done. So and this bit is the technical bit, lots of roots. So just take it in, enjoy the day. Get home, I try the Trader Joe's meatless meat eaters pizza. The vegan groups have been hyping it up, so it's really good. So I've got some beer, pizza. I think that's going to be a great way to celebrate today. Whew. After today, I'll have about 168 miles left to hit 2021 miles in 2021. This is great. It's 2 months to do it. As long as I hit about 100 a month, I'll definitely be over. We've got a marathon at the end of this month, Space Coast, that right now I'm planning as a fun run. Unless I just feel really strong and it's nice weather or something, I might try to put in a sub 4, but it's Florida, it's November, odds are pretty good that it will be hot, but you know, there's occasional days like today where you're like, wow, where'd this weather come from? So hilliest part of the course. watch would say otherwise. Just there's no climbs, but just these little tiny, like 1 foot climbs. Just where some of the sand washed away. You gotta get over a root or something. Taking this in the dark is always fun. I want to get that Kagala light. See, you talked about Jason Baum, whose YouTube channel I follow. He uses the Kagala light. Really likes it. I think that would really help because, as you can see, it's very rooty. I was taking this at a pretty good clip this morning, and there were some close calls. Anyway, all right. This pace is going to take me another 40 minutes to get out of here, so let's get going. I'm on one of those parallel paths to the actual path I charted out. I got a little distracted filming and missed my turn, but I have to rejoin my path up here in just a second. But we got about a mile left, maybe a little less than a mile to get back to the car. It's like the connective tissue on my right knee is what's just bugging me. So I'm hoping, I just rejoined the gym, so I'm back to doing some movements I haven't done in a while, like squats and deadlifts. Taking it easy on the weight. Definitely haven't been getting up to where my maxes were. Just kind of getting reused to the motions for a couple workouts first, and hopefully that will help, along with getting the new shoes that will be here, I think, tomorrow. My new trail shoes. So hopefully that will help get the muscles around the connective tissue a little tougher as we build back up in miles. We got a lot of tough things on the docket. I don't want to have to take things off, but you know, I'm starting to make my goals for next year. Looking at running Forgotten Florida again and trying to beat my time from last year, which was just over 10 hours. It's like 10 hours and 3 minutes because I missed a turn at the end. I might have made it. I had missed it, but you know, it is what it is. It's a long day. I know that turn now. I won't miss it next time. That's for sure. Antelope Canyon's new, so I don't really have a goal for that. Just finish. Be nice to do it faster than rice, but to be honest, I don't know if I race Forgotten Florida for time, it might not be enough time to race that one too. That might just be a fun run, as much as a 50 miler can be a fun run, right? Then that's in March. So I'm looking at mid-July out in Washington. There's a West Coast version of the Yeti 100. They advertise as kind of a nice first 100. As easy as a 100 miler can be, right? But being from Orlando and wanting to do 100 next year, I had the option of doing Forgotten Florida as 100. They just added a 100 miler. I just didn't feel like I was going to be ready in time for that. There's also long haul 100. That's in January. And then the other hundreds are there's a couple other hundreds, but those are road hundreds, like the Daytona 100 and the Keys 100. So they're both road hundreds. Not that I'm opposed to doing a road 100, but for my first 100, I want to do a trail to get off the road. Hopefully be easier on the legs, and then see if I succeed, fail, like it, hate it, see if that's something that I want to keep doing or not. If I don't want to keep doing it, I'd probably do the Forgotten Florida 100 the second year he does it in 2023, because it's local, so. But I also have been toying with the idea of doing a cross Florida run on my own on State Road 50, which is about 122 miles. That's a possibility. It's also something I'm going to keep in my back pocket. Just as we know, since COVID just kind of keeps cycling, we never know. So hopefully we're kind of through the worst of it, and it just kind of wanes or becomes manageable, and races don't keep canceling. But if 2020 and 2021 have taught us anything in the race world, is to just kind of be prepared to do your own thing as an alternative. And you can imagine some of this trail in the dark. You definitely want to be careful. Just a lot of where you're really close to drop-offs, and there's a lot of technical routes in this section. Not that it's not runnable. And the light, if my knee wasn't bugging me, it's definitely runnable. Alright, so we have about a half mile up to the car. Take that, head home, eat some pizza, have some beer, prepare for the week. See you guys soon.